A lone founder walks into a room of billionaire investors, delivers a presentation they call the best they've ever seen, and then walks out without a dime. That is Wen Munyi. He grew up in a small village in Cameroon, far removed from the high-stakes, hyper-polished world of venture capital. When researching a new business idea, he uncovered a rather unsettling statistic. On average, single men wash their bed sheets exactly once every 3 months. Most people hear that fact and heard it and saw a massive, untapped demographic. Men were highly unlikely to suddenly change their laundry habits, which meant the physical sheets themselves had to adapt to the men. Pinpointing a silently accepted widespread hygiene flaw provides the perfect foundation for a new product. It isolates a universal problem waiting for a highly specific solution. The inspiration actually struck during a trip to Iceland. Wen packed a single backpack for the getaway, only to realize quickly that without access to a washing machine, his clothes started to smell horrible. That persistent odor sparked an intense curiosity. He began studying textiles, searching for materials that could go weeks or even months without needing a wash. This research led to the creation of his self-cleaning brand, Jax Sheets. He engineered a fabric that blended bamboo fiber with copper and silver, creating a material that naturally resisted odor-causing bacteria. Compared to cotton, Jax Sheets are 3 times more breathable and 7 times softer. On Kickstarter, his initial traction was massive. From a $5,000 baseline goal, backing aggressively spiked to a peak of $350,000. He had identified a clear problem, engineered a scientifically backed solution, and secured massive crowdfunding validation. On paper, he arrived at his pitch undeniably ready for institutional investment. Wen stepped in front of the investors and asked for $212,000 in exchange for a 10% equity stake in his company. When asked why he chose that highly specific dollar amount, he didn't offer a complex formula. He admitted he chose $212,000 simply because it was a number he could say out loud without stuttering. The panel pressed him on his math. When Kevin O'Leary questioned his $2 million valuation, Wen smiled and openly confessed that his own valuation might not actually be true. Instead of getting thrown out of the room, the investors erupted in laughter. Mark Cuban even went on record calling it one of the best pitches he had ever seen. Wen's radical honesty and self-aware charm acted as a powerful magnet. He had completely disarmed a room of cutthroat venture capitalists, making everyone actively want him to succeed on a human level. But wanting a founder to succeed is very different from writing them a check. The investors eventually had to look past his charm and dig into the operational mechanics. Wen stated his customer acquisition cost was $33 to generate an average sale of $148. This diagram shows the fatal flaw. That $33 cost was calculated within the isolated ecosystem of Kickstarter. Furthermore, due to manufacturing delays, Wen hadn't fulfilled shipments to those initial backers, leaving a massive backlog of unproven inventory. Lori Greiner pointed out that the business just wasn't ready. Recognizing the infrastructure was too immature to scale, every single investor dropped out. An unproven open market acquisition model paired with a backlogged supply chain instantly turns even the most charismatic pitch into a severe financial risk. The room was left with 2 conflicting realities. Wen was an extraordinary storyteller, but Jax Sheets was a flawed business model. This is the charisma trap in venture capital. A founder's likable personality shines so brightly that it acts as a smokescreen, masking the critical operational data missing from the engine of the business itself. To scale a company, you need proven, repeatable customer acquisition channels. These channels must function completely independently of a one-time, hype-driven crowdfunding campaign. Institutional capital requires reliable inventory fulfillment and a predictable history of open market sales. If a business cannot physically deliver the product it has already sold, investors will not deploy capital to help it sell more. A great personality opens the door and gets you the meeting, but only undeniable operational proof gets you the check. Wen took the rejections in stride. He absorbed the harsh operational feedback, thanked the panel, and walked out with his legendary confidence perfectly intact. He immediately returned to work. Over the following months, he navigated his supply chain hurdles and successfully completed the physical fulfillment of all his backlogged crowdfunding orders. Recognizing the need to stabilize his operations, he executed a strategic business pivot. He folded the Jax Sheets product line into his broader, unified odor-resistant apparel brand, Hercleon. This chart illustrates the financial aftermath. The pivot worked. He steadily grew the company's revenue toward the $1 million threshold, doing it entirely without the help of outside venture capital. Authenticity and humor will always make an audience root for you, but long-term survival demands building the bulletproof operational math to back it up.